Step out into a freezing winter wind, and your body reacts automatically. The temperature drops, and your bare skin instantly erupts in tiny bumps. Now imagine sitting in a warm room with your eyes closed, listening to breathtaking music. As the beautiful song hits its climax, a wave of those exact same bumps travels down your arm. A sudden drop in physical temperature and an emotionally moving piece of art trigger the exact same involuntary response in the human body. The clinical term for this reaction is piloerection. To understand how a song and a snowstorm cause the same physical reaction, we have to look past the surface of your skin and millions of years into our evolutionary history. This reflex is an ancient piece of survival software, a biological remnant still stubbornly running on modern human hardware. In the microscopic dermal layer, a muscle bundle called the erector pili sits at the follicle's base. Taking orders from your sympathetic nervous system, it reacts to sudden threats by releasing adrenaline. The muscle snaps tight, pulling the hair upright and creating a goosebump. The goosebump is a microscopic mechanical lever designed to manipulate body hair the second adrenaline hits. Millions of years ago, our heavily furred ancestors relied on this exact mechanism to survive harsh, life-threatening environments. When the temperature plummeted, those tiny muscles pulled millions of hairs upright. This thick, standing coat trapped a layer of warm air directly against the skin, providing vital insulation to prevent freezing. The reflex also served a secondary purpose: intimidation. When cornered by a predator, an adrenaline spike would trigger that same piloerection, suddenly puffing up their thick coat and making the animal appear significantly larger and more threatening. Over millions of years of evolution, humans gradually shed those thick coats of fur. We lost the physical hardware required for this reflex to actually do anything useful, but the neural wiring survived. The sympathetic nervous system still fires the emergency command to warm up or look big, even though you lack the fur to execute the order. The human goosebump is an orphaned biological function, a perfectly intact alarm system that no longer has a functioning siren. This evolutionary holdover explains the mystery of emotional chills, a phenomenon scientifically known as frisson. The sympathetic nervous system responds to any sufficiently intense stimulus, activating during moments of awe, sudden bursts of fear, or experiencing profound art, just as readily as it does in the cold. When music builds to a crescendo, emotional arousal causes the brain to fire, flooding your body with adrenaline. The body misinterprets this intense artistic arousal through ancient survival pathways. The adrenaline hits the dermal layer, firing the erector pili muscles by mistake. Getting chills from a beautiful song is just your body using its prehistoric thermal and threat response wiring to process overwhelming modern emotional data. Recently, researchers have found that this ancient system still serves a modern purpose. Scientists discovered a direct link between the contraction of the erector pili muscles and the stimulation of hair follicle stem cells. This means the reflex plays an active role in modern tissue regeneration and hair growth. The goosebump is a biological fossil. It reveals the human body as a living archive, carrying millions of years of evolutionary history right under the skin. So the next time awe or music causes a chill down your arm, you are feeling a direct physical echo of a prehistoric survival instinct. It is a beautiful reminder that our modern consciousness remains deeply tethered to our wild, evolutionary past.